Hi, I'm Lisa Squires, Senior Communications Advisor with Alberta Health Services, and this is Health Matters. Today we're going to be talking with Michelle Sauvé, and Michelle is a Community Engagement Coordinator with the Canadian Cancer Society. So thanks for being here, Michelle. Today we're going to be talking a little bit just about your organization and some of the fundraising activities that are taking place. So first of all, you've brought some flowers, and I understand that April is Daffodil Month. So maybe you could just tell us a little bit about what that is.
Absolutely. Daffodil Month starts off with fresh daffodil sales, and then throughout the rest of the month we sell our daffodil pins, which we're both wearing today. And Daffodil Month has been around for over 50 years in this country. It started out by a group of women in Toronto who sold fresh daffodils just to brighten the day of cancer patients in their community, and it sort of took off. We've actually been in communities across the country for 75 years, so since 1938, so it's a really special milestone year for the Canadian Cancer Society in supporting people in their fight against cancer. And the money that's raised through Daffodil Month helps to support our programs and services across the country and in our community as well.
Great. What kind of programs and services, does that go towards?
So nationally, we have a program called the Cancer Information Service, and it's a 1-800 number toll-free for anybody who has questions about cancer. We can ask questions about treatment, medications, alternative therapies, clinical trials. So any kind of question anybody has, not just people with cancer, but coworkers, family, and friends. We also have a wonderful telephone peer support program called Cancer Connection, and that matches newly diagnosed people or caregivers up with someone who is a trained volunteer who's survived that particular type of cancer. Locally, we have our Inspiring Hope support group. We have a financial assistance program that helps people who are struggling with the cost of travel to treatment in Calgary, Edmonton, or Lethbridge. We also have temporary prosthesis for women who've had mastectomies, and many other programs that people can learn more about by calling us at our office.
And I've participated before in the Relay for Life event. I understand that you guys have had some changes to the way that you do yours, so maybe you could tell us a little bit about the changes.
Absolutely. For the first 10 years, Relay for Life was evening event, and it went through the night. We've decided to mix it up a bit this year in Medicine Hat, so Relay will start at noon and go until midnight, and this year we've moved it to June 22nd, and the venue has changed as well. It'll be at Medicine Hat High School on their field.
Great, that sounds great. And can people still participate in that, and can they still register, or are the teams already all set?
Absolutely. Relay actually happens across the country, and so mostly in May and June those events are happening. So for Southern Alberta, if people are interested, they can go to relayforlife.ca, and just through the various searches they can find their community and determine where their event is and what time, and register for that. And that registration will go on for the weeks to come leading up to those events in those communities.
And are there any other activities that you guys are involved in? Like, I know it's been, 75 years that you guys have been providing service and different things like that?
So right now, the survival rate for cancer is about 62%, and because it's our 75th anniversary, we have a goal to increase survival rates to 75% by 2030. So that's one thing that we're working on. We're embarking on a large fundraising campaign to generate more funds for transformational research that can happen. The other thing that we do a lot of work in Alberta with is advocacy. So provincially right now we're advocating for a ban on access to tanning beds for children under the age of 18. We're also working to remove flavorings from all tobaccos because our youth here have the highest use rate of flavored tobacco in the country, and that's an alarming concern that we have. Locally, we're working on a ban for smoke-free outdoor spaces, so we want to protect children and youth from the harmful effects of tobacco, but also we want to change the normalization of tobacco. We want people to understand that this isn't a normal activity. Less than 18% of Albertans actually smoke, so we need to change our laws to reflect the majority of Albertans and their lifestyles.
Great, thank you so much for being here, Michelle, and thank you for sharing that information. I think, unfortunately, there is so much cancer that's still out there, and I think that there's probably a few people that haven't been affected in some way or another. So thank you to Canadian Cancer Society for the work that you guys are doing. I'm Lisa Squires, and this is Health Matters.